What into you with a San Francisco 49ers offensive film breakdown versus the Giants this past Thursday night. And we are going to talk about how Brock Purdy fared because if you ask Twitter, Twitter would say not so hot. But once you get into the tape, it looks a little bit better than it felt, even being there in person, which I was. So going back into the tape, getting to watch it, getting to break it down, I came away feeling much, much better about the 49ers performance. Now, there's still room for improvement. There's still things to clean up. But honestly, I felt a lot better. And we're going to break it down and talk about it all right after this. But you already know what to do. Drop an SDS in the chat. Smash that like button. Grab a beverage, whatever you need to get going to relax. And let's break down the film. Yee. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. Let's go. We're going to hop right into this. No time to waste. It's been a very busy day. So we're getting to this much later than we would like to, but hey, we got some boys paid today. But we got through the tape, and like I said at the beginning, I really felt that the 49ers played much better than it felt like in real time. Again, I was there at this game, and to be honest, it felt a little clunky to start. It felt like maybe Brock is finally coming back down to earth a little bit because he's just been playing at such a high level. And I was like, all right, it's going to be interesting to see what we get into the tape. We saw all the reactions on Twitter and everything, but after getting into it, not that bad. Like this throw right here is probably up there with one of his worst throws of the day, and he really kind of cleaned it up a lot. And this is another aspect of it that you couldn't see in real time. Like I couldn't see it. I'm not watching the broadcast, so I'm not seeing any type of I was at field level basically. I was sitting right behind the San Francisco 49ers bench. It felt like I was in the huddle with these guys, which is how close I was. So I have my perspective. It's much different than being at home watching it, right? So I had no idea that they were blitzing at 85%. That's crazy. And so you get this play right here. It's just off target. It's not a good throw. It's not too much more you can say about it. But hey, slow start. That's fine. As long as it doesn't pertain throughout the whole game, right? And so, as we discussed, they blitzed the crap out of Brock. I'm not sure I've ever, they broke records for next gen stats. Next gen stats had never seen a team blitz an offense as much as they did against the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, you can see the pressure that they're bringing. And all right, you missed that last throw. One of the things that we're seeing out of Brock is again his ability to rebound, right? So they went almost directly back to the same throw. Okay, we're going right back at it again, but this time it's on point. We get it to Debo. We get the ball out quick. Look at the stunts that they're throwing up front. They drop the our right guy out. They got a stunt up the middle with a middle backer. And then they bring I think he's a safety, number 27. I think that's McKinney. They bring the safety. So they bring a complex blitz. Boys do a pretty good job. Banks throws enough of a hand on 19 and then gets out. I would prefer Banks stays on the inside and just takes 19, but it was enough. Brock Purdy was able to get it out in time. So what we start to see is Brock being able to navigate these blitzes at a pretty high level. So I totally understand why probably people were kind of stressing out a little bit on Twitter, or if you're watching the game, or if you're in the stands. It didn't feel all that sharp early on, but as we discuss, they kept it going. This one, where this was the one where George Kittle had to play defense on it. So if we look at this, we get one of those like high-low concepts where you've got Ray as a clear out and you've got George Kittle as a deep over. It's obviously a play action where he's faking the handoff to Debo and kind of resetting, like basically moving the pocket because it is play action. And so he's moving. You see how much he's moving. And I would say right here, if you could put that on Kittle, that would be ideal. But he kind of leads him right into the defender. And so that's not like a fatal flaw, you know what I mean? Like it's not ideal, but that's definitely something that you can correct. You can look at the tape, be like, all right, we got to pay attention to this DB hanging out over here and get after it. I'm the second I get done with this film breakdown, I am going on vacation. This literally the second we wrap this film breakdown, I'm out of here. It's been a long day. But the second the second it happens, we're out of here. So Burford, I would say, had a better day. He still had some issues. It wasn't perfect by any stretch. This was one of his better plays where you're going to get him as the lead puller. He's going to go one-on-one with Kayvon Thibodeau, and he's going to plant him into the ground. I like this block. The way to finish it is a good fit at the beginning of it, and then Thibodeau tries to reach out and get some, and he gets planted by Burford. But it's a good job by Kittle and Trent to crash down. Juice pulling up into the hole, and of course Christian McCaffrey being able to squeak through. So it's not bad. Not bad. We also got a signature Trent move, my favorite. So when he's like the backside on an outside run, he'll do his chop. I call it a chop snatch because he chops the play side hand, then he grabs the back snatch, throws the dude onto his face. Typical Trent. Fantastic. Again, we're focusing right here on the left tackle. Chop, snatch, face plant. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. We got a sack coming up. So we got a play action from Brock. Oh, shout out to our new member. Welcome to the SDS. So this one, again, like I said, Burford had a better game, but there's still room for improvement with Burford. I would say I would say it was still a better game than last week, which is what we wanted out of him. He tried to stay in front, and honestly, I think it's kinda of a bit of a duality here between Purdy and where he slides, because I think Burford's doing a pretty solid job of staying in front, but the second Purdy sidesteps to the left, it really just opens up a lane for that defensive lineman, and that's kinda where it goes to crap. So, not ideal, and obviously, the initial reads weren't there. I think he wanted to go to Debo. He saw this linebacker sitting in the throwing lane, uh, and, Juwan on this little or no, that's, Ronnie Bell on this little deep comeback, and then by that time, there really wasn't anywhere to go on this one. So, it's a combination, in my opinion, of is basically like a coverage sack. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see anything open where he wanted to go. He kind of floated, and Burford lost leverage. They got the sack. So, all right, well, we can live to play another day. Not bad. But one of we got a throw coming up. It's one of my favorite throws. It's a pretty solid throw. It is, I think it's this one, 3rd and 8 to Jawan Jennings over the middle, threading the needle. This is like the second one of these that Jawan has had over the middle. I mean, that's nice. Over the outstretched hand of 29. It's a little behind, but still good. Still good. Great adjustment by Jawan Jennings to be able to reach back and grab that. That was really nice. But I like the throw. It's not bad. Could get it a little out in front, but that's a nitpick. This one, I really like the play design on it because I like how they come out in I formation. So you got two tight ends, you got a fullback, and it looks like a power run concept with only one wide receiver. And then you shift into empty set. And I like the formation. And then it's just a quick screen with blockers out in front. I like that play design. That's pretty creative. That's a Kyle. That's a creative Kyle screen right there. Burford got some. See, Burford lets him because you want to get the defensive lineman to rush up field, so that's why he swims them. But then he comes back and pops them. Pop, boop. Nice little kiss on the chin. I like that one. So that was a good play by Burford, but this play by Burford, not so good. He goes the wrong way. So if you look at Burford, everyone's blocking down to the right. His first step is to the left. So because of that, he should be trying to get 99, and he goes the wrong way. And his guy squeaks through, gets the tackle. You can even see Spence. You could even see Brendel that way, going the wrong way, going the wrong way, pal. Um, so again, Burford's still getting there. It was a better performance than last week. Still getting there. He'll get it. Obviously, those little kind of mental errors you don't want to see. Those kinds of mental errors drive offensive line coaches crazy. I know from experience as being the one making those mistakes. So I can put myself in Burford's shoes and be like, "Yeah, I've done that before. I've stepped the wrong way." So I could only imagine uh, what the coach is saying in that aspect. This one I thought was just good defense. 22 was all over this. If you watch 22, he's playing this in breaking route the entire time, all the way down to his first step, then his leverage, and then he jumps on it. And like if he's looking, that might be a pick. He's so focused on Debo potentially breaking it out because he's biting on the inside. So it's just a good play by 22. He was in the right spot. He played it as favorably as he could, and it just wasn't a completion. So it's just one of those plays where that defensive back played that probably the worst way that you would want him to play it in that situation. This one was scary. This one was almost an interception, but you had crazy pressure up the middle. Great job by Christian McCaffrey to take out 19. I mean, absolutely phenomenal job for him to take out 19, but 58 comes clean. Again, I don't know what their rules are in this scenario. I don't know if Burford didn't think 58 and 19 were coming at the same time. But the quickest way to the quarterback is from the interior. So ideally, I want interior pressure picked up first. But based on the way both Burford and McKivitz are fanning out, they seem to be doing the same thing. So I don't know what their rules are, but ideally you pick up the most inside guy on a pressure like that. So all Brock is doing is he's got a fade instantly and he just tosses it up. It's not the best throw, not the best decision. Maybe throwing it out of bounds or trying to get it towards the back corner pylon would be most ideal. But yeah, that was almost picked. So definitely some miscues starting off for the 49ers offense, Brock Purdy, O-line. So it wasn't a great first drive, but they were able to march it down still, and they were able to get it into field goal range. So that's a positive, at least, as they were able to get points out of it. It definitely could have been a scoring drive if they had executed a little bit better. But hey, we know how it ended, and I don't mind a team starting out a little slow as long as they finish. Like, right? If it was like that the whole game, it would definitely be much more concerning. But the fact that we do know that they got better as the game continued, made adjustments, did what they needed to do, that's where the worry kind of goes away, because that's going to happen on a short week, not a ton of time to prepare, and they are throwing the kitchen sink at these guys. I mean, look at the pressure that they're bringing. They bring 6. And this is probably this throws crazy. This throws crazy. Like, I saw something, I forget, I think it was on the volume. I forget who she was, but she was trying to go on this rant about like this isn't Brock Purdy's average. And I mean from like a physical standpoint, yeah, he's average physically. But she's like, he's average. It's all the weapons around him. It's Kittle, it's Debo, it's Ayuk, it's CMC. There's nothing about this throw that is average. This is not an average throw. The analysis given was by far average. But again, it's like it's so easy to say, oh, well, look at all the weapons he has. He's getting carried. Like, that is a dime outside the numbers to the sideline while he's fading. Look at low snap. They're bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're coming after him. Pivots off his back foot and drops it like that. You cannot throw a better ball. If this was if we changed the nameplate on the back and we said Brady, we said Manning, we said Mahomes, we said whoever, insert top quarterback, people be freaking out over this throw. That's why he's elite. They would use this throw to be like, that's why he's elite, right? So it's like people are just going to spin whatever they're going to spin at this point. It's really easy at this point to determine who actually watches and who just talks. It's very easy. Very easy. Now, like we talked about, Brock isn't perfect on the day. He wasn't lights out from start to finish. It wasn't a clean sheet. But it's throws like this that continue to prove like there's something special about Brock and his game. Like, I just don't see how you could watch this and be like, oh yeah, Kittle carried him right here. I mean, great catch by Kittle, but literally could not put that in a like over look, inch away from this dude's hand, inch away from that dude's hand, right in the bucket. Come on, what are we doing here? Put some respect on this dude's name. Like, I get it if he's not. Oh yeah, dude come on, was he at 11 starts or something like that? Like, I get it. He's not going to pass the eye test. When you look at him, he looks like he could be bagging your groceries. Paper or plastic. That's what Brock looks like. And I think that's really what it comes down to. People can't get over what he looks like. You know, Florio tried to make the point earlier today. It's because of his name, Brock Purdy, because it sounds like turdy. Like, come on, man. You're really going to use these things that do not matter to try to prove your point? Like, this is a throwaway, but this is very smart. It's a play action, naked boot, or it's not naked. It's just a boot because he has juice to block, but because they're blitzing, there's a free rusher, and he instantly flips around. I believe he wants to go with Dwelly, but Dwelly's doubled. That's where I think he wants to go. He really wants to go Dwelly, but he's bracketed, so he's got to instantly come off it. But because of the pressure, he's got to throw it away, and he just sails it out of bounds. To me, that's a highly intelligent play for something that will show up on the stat sheet as nothing, right? It's not a completion, but it's the process of it. All right, what I wanted isn't there. I have pressure instantly. I'm just going to throw this out of bounds. Sometimes the best play you make is the play you don't make. If I don't even know if that made any sense. I think you get what I'm talking about. So I thought that was a quality throwaway. Wasn't there. Just get it out of bounds. Live to play another day. Don't put it in harm's way, right? That's one of the things that we like. Brock, as much as we had some early scares early on with some of the throws, um, he still doesn't force it if it's not there for the most part. This one, just a good play by the defensive lineman, getting his hand up right into the throwing lane. Would have been a completion. All right, whatever. Live to play another day. We got Purdy dart. Zip. I mean, look at that zip. I think one of the talking points was Brock Purdy doesn't have any zip. Right? Is that one of the narratives that were being spun all off season? Brock doesn't have any zip. That's some zip. Shows mesh, flips the hips. It's like a dance. Lean with it, rock with it. Lean like he's executing the mesh, dropping his foot back, slight step forward and rips it. He does the lean with it, rock, then just rips it. Camera bought it. Look, cameraman's like, "Oh, it's to CMC." Nope. Rips it. At that the margin of error right there is super thin. You have to be able to get it in there with what's the buzzword? Oh yeah, zip. Um which one is this? 18 third and we're going to highlight an offensive lineman on this one. Obviously, great effort here by Debo, but Banks deserves a lot of credit. We're going to give a lot of credit to Banks, Ronnie Bell, and Jawan. Of course, this is a 3rd and 15, mind you. 3rd and 15, they convert it. But we're going to watch Banks. Watch Banks. Let's go. Great job by Banks. Banks gets 2. Linebacker to safety. Look at that. Great job by Banks. Look at Jawan, Wall, Ronnie, Wall. Look at that lane. That's how you do it. And again, because Debo threatens inside, it pulls the safety to Banks. So they're working together. Like that's what I would call how you set up your blocks. Banks is in the perfect spot. You can see they both try to peek inside of Banks, and that sets up Banks to block both. So that's Debo right there with his angle, forcing the defensive players to try to peek inside of Banks, but it puts Banks in the perfect leverage. See how they break down and try to peek inside? Banks just keeps going. It's a great job. Third and 15 on that one. 3rd and 15 on that one. quality CMC run. It's so nice having CMC, dude. Like, I mean, we still got to clean up some stuff in the run game. I think that we're not all the way there on the run game. But having CMC just makes life so much easier. Look at that. I like that though. Charlie Warner, Trent, down blocks by Banks. That's a good chunk. I'll take chunks all day. Give me chunk yardage all day. I'll take that. We're going to have a screen pass to CMC. Again, love having CMC. And this sets up our Ronnie play. Yeah. And this is again, Brock, the narrative that we're sticking to apparently is Brock Purdy's only good because he gets carried by elite weapons, right? Brock Purdy's only good, or they're only successful because he's getting carried by elite weapons. All right, let's see which elite weapon Brock Purdy goes to on this play. All right, which elite weapon is going to carry Brock this time? Let's see. Okay, the elite weapon, Debo. Oh, wait, who's that? Oh, what's his name? Ronnie Bell? Ron Bell? Who's he? Oh, he's a 7th round pick. Oh, where'd he go to school? Michigan? Oh. Wait, that doesn't fit my narrative, though. I thought Brock was only good because he's throwing to elite weapons. And who's to say Ronnie Bell couldn't be that guy? But right now, this is fantastic. Free rusher. Oh, look at that, man. Like, come on. What are we doing? This is next level, man. Like, this is. I could watch this stuff all day. That's a perfect throw with a dude barreling down on you. The fade away to protect yourself. Dime and Ronnie, great catch. Ronnie gets it. 2 feet. Great job. Great job. Phenomenal. And let's see. you wanna see what makes this really quality? All right, let's see where the windup begins. The decision to throw starts here. He's decided right here that he is throwing this football to Ronnie Bell. Okay? Look at where Ronnie is. Ronnie isn't even initiated his break. Do you see he's decided I'm throwing this. Look at where Ronnie is. He's just about to put his plant foot into the ground and break out. Like, do we see it? He's not all the way, like, again, Brock Purdy's not all the way there yet, but he's made up of enough stuff that if we can start to get this just consistently, how do you beat that? How do you beat that? Zero blitz, 6-on-5, free rusher, throws with anticipation, dime. 7th round rookie wide receiver, Ronnie Bell. I was told that Brock Purdy is carried by his playmakers. Maybe it doesn't matter who the playmaker is if you're putting the ball in a spot like that under that set of circumstances. Still great route by Bell. We're not gonna undersell Bell at all. That feels nice. I don't know about you guys. That feels nice. Like that feels different. That's a hard throw. This one, we got a couple of these. Maybe a little too much zip on it, but again, I mean, I'm not gonna harp on Purdy too much right here at all, considering what is literally in front of him and the fact that he's just able to get this ball around this guy somehow. Not gonna harp on that at all. Sometimes play just doesn't work out. We got to see Elijah Mitchell. That was nice. We got to see some Elijah. And Elijah busted off a big one right here. We got blocks from McKivitz, Burford. Great blocking to seal that edge. Juwan's little chip allows McKivitz to gain the leverage. He gains that outside leverage. Both him and Burford turn their guys inside. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want. Turns him inside. Banks's guy goes under him. You go under, fine. You take yourself out to play. Ray blocking on the outside. Got almost, he just gets away with holding, but still a quality hold. And then good job by Mitchell on that play. So Ronnie Bell shows up again right here. Ronnie. Whoo. Ronnie got that clutch gene, doesn't he? That's what it feels like. Feels like Ronnie got that clutch gene. Like right place, right time kind of a player. You know what I mean? You know how those guys just, they're always where they need to be, even when they're not supposed to be there? That's kind of what Ronnie Bell feels like. Shout out Ronnie. Ball placement. Maybe a tad high. Just a tad. Just a smidge. But it's not that. I mean, gets it over that defender. It's a hard catch. Right in the hands, but also good job by the defensive back as well. Got to give credit where credit's due. So good job. Shout out to Ronnie. Ronnie really had a good game. making his presence felt. Let's see. This one we got Brock gets a completion to Kittle, but he gets rocked on this play. One of the other things that Brock it doesn't get talked about enough with Brock is how the toughness aspect to his game. This dude can get obliterated. Oh, and his head whips off the turf. Ouch. Ouch. But he pops right back up. Hey, man, toughness is a trait. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. And when your quarterback is getting rocked, that might be one of the first quarterback hits given up by Banks on the year. But again, the ability to get hit, he completes. Dude, that is a brutal hit. Ouch. All the weight. That's a big hit. That is a big, big hit. But there he is, ready to run it again. Brock's tough, man. And then great blocking. So on two plays on this drive, Burford and McKivitz have some good blocks. I mean, this is really the focal point here is on this right side, including Kittle. So you're going to get double to backer. So great double here. I'd prefer Burford gets his head on the other side. I don't love that leverage. I would much rather have his head on the other side. But ultimately, it works to the benefit of what they're looking for because McKivitz gives the push. And then right here, that's perfect where Burford is. That leverage, the drive, and then McKivitz peels off to get backer. I mean, this is a really hard block by Kittle. And look at McCaffrey, bro. Like this to me has to be intentional. Like the way his feet, he even gets stepped on, and his feet somehow he's like, what magic is this to maneuver that much trash with like and not trip? That is just like awareness at the highest level. It's art, to be honest. So great job here by Burford, McKivitz, and Kittle. And we get a touchdown. You're going to see this angle, double, backer. Hey, I mean, even Debo getting on 25 helps. All right, we got Debo's yak play coming up. Debo went crazy on this play. It was 3rd and 8. It wasn't a completion. But again, like this is a difficult throw, man. I know it resulted in a punt, but this is still high level. Like this is still high complexity because you have again a free rusher. This is a protection bust in my opinion. I don't know if Banks believes McCaffrey is going to come over here and pick up this guy. There's a bust somewhere. One of these two guys thinks the other guy has this guy. So because you can see there's sliding protection to the right. It's overloaded 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's so they're sliding to the heavy side. You get the punch from Banks, but there's some kind of miscommunication here. But you're standing in your end zone and you have like how many times have we seen this where Brock is throwing with someone who's like 2 inches from him? I don't know. He has a knack. He has this ability to just stand in the face of defensive players and complete quality throws. Right? Anytime someone gets close to Brock, our PTSD starts kicking in. It happens quite a bit, but he does have this ability to get the ball off. And then Debo goes whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go. Debo's been in his bag, man. So this is exactly what I expected from Debo Samuel this year. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, if you guys watch the channel pretty religiously, you guys know I was talking about this all summer, just like based on how he was working out. I was like, yeah, Debo's working out differently. Like you can see it in just like these workout videos. I was like, he's attacking these workouts. Like you can see the mentality shift. And that mentality shift from what we saw in the summer is right here. Like this is what I think of when I see this. I'm like, this is 2021 Debo. This is wide back Debo. This is backpack Debo when he put the entire offense on his back. Like that's what this is. Like, let's go. Oh, what's the theme again? Purdy throwing with someone right in his face. Stones. Um, so that was a great play by Debo. We got an overthrow, but it was definitely pass interference. So again, Brock Purdy gets critiqued all the time for his arm strength and perceived lack of arm strength. And again, remember the whole conversation about Brock being a dink and dunk quarterback. Brock Purdy pushes. Have we seen enough yet where Brock Purdy consistently tries to push the ball downfield? Like you're gonna see the holding right here. You see the jersey pull right there. That's where they're gonna call it. So they're gonna call that defensive holding, and you can see how the defensive back it messes everything up. But Brock continually throws the ball downfield. This is the exact same thing we saw in training camp. He was the only quarterback in training camp that would consistently air it out. Wasn't perfect all the time, but he's not afraid. He's not gun shy. And to me that's a positive because once they start finding that rhythm, they're going to start hitting on these. It's just a matter of time before these these deep, like, go balls downfield start landing. It's just a matter of time. This one particularly I liked because, again, this to me is a cerebral play. Just being able to understand to find your hot. To find your hot receiver, this time it's McCaffrey. They bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They bring 7. It's 7 on 5. 7 on 5. Eyes are downfield. Understands the blitz is coming. Finds his hot receiver. Gets a first down. It's not a splash play. Not a big play. It's a smart play. That's what it is. It's the correct play. It's the good play. We like that. It's not flashy, but it's what you need to do to get the job done. This was another pass interference. This one was nice. Watch CMC cook 41. Whoop. Chee. He said, "Sit down, little boy." 1-on-1 and says, "Whoop." That's embarrassing. Got him. Got him. This one, again, it's a throwaway, but it's a smart throwaway. It's a good play. It's play action. You're going to get a boot. This one's considered naked because he has no blocker. So it's a play action naked boot. Instantly sees that he's about to get sacked. So what does he do? He just instantly flips and throws it. This is a good play, right? We might look at this in real time and be like, "Oh, that play sucked. That didn't work." And it didn't. It didn't work. But it wasn't a sack. Again, I hate comparing to Jimmy all the time. I really do. But it's just like it's in our nature to compare. And it's like, I'm like, yeah, Jimmy would have just thrown this at someone or taken a sack. And he's just able to flip around and just get this out of bounds. It's a smart play. It doesn't result in anything, but it doesn't result in a sack. It doesn't result in a negative play. It doesn't result in a turnover. And we've seen plays like this happen all the time where it's just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Right? Live to play another down. All right. It's a close game, 17-12. In the third quarter's ticking away. It's a lot closer game than we would have anticipated or would have wanted. And you keep yourself in scoring position. You get another throwaway. George Kittle appears to be the primary on this one, and George falls. And then you also have yet again pressure right in your face. So he just throws it. He just throws it. Again, to me, is a throwaway. Doesn't try to force anything. He wanted George. George stumbled. Had to get it out. All right, you take the 3 points. You take the 3 points and live to play another down. fine with it. I like smart football, even if it doesn't result into the what we ultimately want to see. It's still smart ball. Then we get Kittle, play action to Kittle. I'll take that all day. Again, Brock has an ability to throw on the move. Doesn't get enough credit for that ability to be able to throw on the move. Decent little run from Elijah. And then we're going to get Kittle the Yak King, the OG Yak King. Look at him go. Look at him go. And again, that's some zip. That's some zip. Look at his base. Look at just how strong he is from that spot. Just gone. From this motion to be able to just go out and throw it on a freaking rope. Take that all day. So this next throw coming up, and of course you get the stiff arm. Get off me. This next throw from Brock might be my favorite. I've said that like 3 times already, I think, but I think really this might be my favorite throw. This throw is sick. It is sick. It was dropped, but this throw is so dope. Step up into the pocket, back shoulder. Whoo! Step up, back shoulder, dime. I mean, CMC just wasn't able to bring it in, but this was an absolute dime. Shoo. That was money. Brock can play, man. I don't want to hear this like he's getting carried. Like, yeah, you get the ball into your playmakers' hands, they're going to make plays for you, of course. But that means that you're discrediting Brock putting his guys in position to make plays. That's just a lazy take, in my opinion. And then we're going to end it with the beautiful back shoulder touchdown to Deebo Samuel to basically put the game out of reach. And again, Stones, man. They bring numbers yet again. He understands he has one-on-one coverage on the outside. The pocket is collapsing all around him. And he's really not able to drive. He's got to fade because of he's got to put the trajectory on it and he can't step into it. So he's kind of got to fade a little bit. Because look at you see the hand coming in, right? There's a guy right there. So he can't step into this, but still puts it up in a great spot for Deebo to come down with it. Like, this is the definition of a 50-50 ball. This is pure confidence in your guy that he's going to come down with it. I mean, look at the spin on that thing. That's a pretty ball. That's a Purdy ball. Just perfect spiral. Just drops it right in the bucket. I like the placement. I like everything about that. So, like we said, Brock, he didn't start off great and he wasn't perfect, right? He didn't start off great and he wasn't perfect. He got some ball, like threw maybe one or two interceptable balls, bounced his way. He also had a touchdown dropped by Christian McCaffrey. So it felt worse in real time. Like being at the stadium, like, yeah, it felt disjointed. It felt like the energy was off. It felt like the 49ers should have been playing better. It felt like it should have been. Yeah, I just have it playing in the background. I'm pretty much done with it at this point. We're pretty much in garbage time now. Um, but when you get into the tape just it tells the full story. And again, we can get caught up in the momentum of the situation. And Brock played pretty well. Wasn't his best game. Definitely started off pretty rocky, but he was able to rebound and make some great throws down the stretch. So I think they had to make some adjustments. I don't know. I don't know if they were completely prepared to be blitzed at the rate that they were blitzed. So I think they had to make some adjustments to what was happening. Credit to the Giants defense. I think that defense was a little bit better than we thought. They definitely had a pretty decent plan coming into that to make it difficult on the 49ers. Um, but once they started to kind of understand like where to go with the football, once they brought those blitzes, they had an answer for it. So they responded well. And I do think that Brock actually played a pretty good game. And I think Kyle even said that too. He said, even after watching the tape and realizing how well um, Brock managed the pressures, like I think we highlighted a couple plays that again were there were throwaways, but when you get into them, you're like, oh yeah, that's actually a good throwaway because you're about to get clobbered because you had free rushers coming straight at your face. So some plays that didn't account for anything ended up actually being good plays. So if that's Brock Purdy's floor, the San Francisco 49ers are going to win 13 games this year minimum. Um, I don't see it any other way. That's it. If that's the floor for Brock, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. I got no problems with that floor because that floor is going to win football games. And especially if the defense can hold these teams, under 2 touchdowns, and they can, of course, it's simple math. If 49ers score 30 points every game and the defense holds them to 2 touchdowns, they're going to win football games. So they have a real opportunity to go 4-0 heading into Dallas. Dallas is going to be a huge measuring stick game. And if they come out of that game 5-0 to go on this little road trip to Browns and Vikings, and then they play the Bengals at home, 8-0 is on the table, guys. 8-0 is on the table. Again, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but 8-0 is on the table. If we go 8-0 heading into the bye, again, don't want to get too ahead of myself. Don't want to overlook the Cardinals. The Cardinals always play us well no matter what. If we remember when in 2021 we looked over the Cardinals because they had what's his name? Colt McCoy starting, no Connor. Literally half their team was hurt, and they came into our house and they whooped us. So we know what it is. We don't take the Cardinals lightly. It's a division game. It's just something about division games that play out differently. So, but the idea is we take it to them. We'll see. We'll see. The Colt McCoy game, aka the Josh Norman game, aka the Drake Kirkpatrick game. It's not a good one, but it happens. All right. I am going to get out of here now, and I'm going to go on my mini buy. So I was hopefully going to have this done a lot sooner in the day, but took us a while to get to it. We got through it. Shout out to everyone who hopped in and vibed. As always, we appreciate everyone vibing with us. And like I said, I probably won't be live from here now until Tuesday. I might not. We're TBD. So we'll see. We will see. But I'm gonna post some stuff. So don't turn your backs on the channel. We'll still be posting some stuff, getting some content out. But no lives. No lives, no breakdowns, none of that. I'm gonna go. We got the 6th spot. It's like a tree house. Like it's literally a tree house. Like it's not like a tree house like you think, but it's a house in the trees. It's crazy. And I'm super looking forward to it. Off the Russian River, right next to the ocean. Whoo! Your boy's about to go reconnect with nature, and he's about to come back refreshed, ready to go, cleansed. I'm going to go be one with the earth. Remove the daily monotonous stuff. Gonna go into nature. Gonna vibe out. No kids either. Whew. Where are my parents at? Where are my parents at in the chat? I know we got a lot. Well, we got some parents in here. No kids? Let's go. I love my kids, man. I love my kids. I love them to death. And it is a little bit hard to leave them, but nothing like some quality time. Husband, wifey, vibing, nature, no football to worry about. I don't got to stress about no 49ers. I don't got to stress about nothing. We're going in. We're going into the mini buy with a W. Like, let's go. We're going got into the tape. Brock Purdy looked better than it felt. Let's go. Come on. We're going to get Ayuk back next week. Arizona. Let's go. Let's go. Taking ayahuasca. I'm taking I'm going on a darkness retreat. Technically, we're going into a cave, and we're experimenting with 4 to 5 different substances, and I'm coming back like Aaron Rodgers. Get ready. Just kidding. Oh, good stuff. I don't know. I might post a little something from where we're at. Just say what's up, check in, show you the vibes. We'll see. But again, as always, it's been a journey this off season. You guys have been fantastic. The SDS, man, seeing all these familiar. Again, when I say faces, when I see your avatar, your profile pictures, like that's how I connect with you. I'm very visual. So like when I see your profile pictures and I see them consistently, it's like a visual connection. So when I see all these beautiful faces in here, which is your avatar, like your profile pictures, like I recognize them. Like I know who you guys are. And I appreciate you. Appreciate you as always. You guys got the channel cooking right now. Appreciate y'all. Means the world. And throwback to the garage setup, dude. One of these days I'll show you a behind the scene garage setup. It's crazy. But I'm gonna see you guys in a couple days. All right, you guys be good. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy this W. And I will see you around Tuesday, and then we will get ready for the Cardinals. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. Enjoy it. Smash that like button. I'll see you on the other side. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it.